Hey YouTube, nice to see you. I have a spiritual quickie for you today, and I have another download about a card. Oh no, first of all, my disclaimer. This is my only channel, my only public channel that I communicate with the world. Wait, I have to readjust it a little bit higher. So, I don't have any other channel, and I never had any other channel. I never had any paid channel, and I don't have any, how do you call this, non-pay or halt free channel that posts here on YouTube or any other platform in the world. I don't have. This is my only platform here, Psychic Point Healer 111, that posts publicly for the world, for YouTube here. And if you have seen another channel, either pay or free, that posts and takes my content, my face, my voice, my videos, my modified content that I use here, then please report it or ignore it. It is not me. Thank you. And as always, this content is for entertainment purpose only, so feel entertained. So now I want to tell you something about the card of Four of Pentacles, sorry. Because I had another download about this card, or this feeling and this behavior connected to this card. So look at this guy and tell me if he is free. Or do you say whether he is free? Do you see the possibility that he can make free moves and walk relaxed and just make any decisions he likes? Is he flexible, and is he relaxed? Did I say it already? Is he free? And the truth about this card, the Four of Pentacles, is that someone is greedy, holding on to materialistic things, is so greedy that I would say he cages himself, he blocks himself of any other movement. Because when you sit like this and you have to balance something on your head and you have something to balance under your feet, you cannot move. But this figure is about glorifying the materialistic things, about not believing that you will have enough at any time in your life. And it's a little bit, as it's on one side it's greedy, and on the other side it's anxious and a little bit paralyzed also, I would say. So it's the 4 is also the number of stagnancy, of static and stagnancy, of that something came to a halt, and that it doesn't go forward and it doesn't go back. So you are in this stagnant position. And what I wanted to tell you about this card is that imagine yourself sitting in a ship, in a little boat, where you want to deliver. The boat is full of goods that you want to deliver and maybe sell. So let's say you have coffee in it, or salt, or whatever they trade. And they are precious goods, you have put them in. But when you want the exchange, you have to let go of something to gain, to have the capacity to put something else in your boat. So we stay in this image of the boat. If you already are loaded with all the good stuff and all the stuff you gathered, so let's say, and you are not willing to let go of something, you will not be able to acquire something new, something else that you maybe need. And so we stay in the picture of this boat. So you try to acquire new things by even having overload in your boat, in your physical, mental, spiritual boat. And so you still acquire new things, so your boat will sink because it's full. It's already overloaded. And so I want to tell you about letting go. Letting go is one of the biggest themes in our life. Without letting go, there won't be anything new. And either consciously or unconsciously, there are always things in our life that don't serve us anymore. Maybe they block us. He seems blocked. He blocked himself, maybe. And there are always things that block us, even if we once considered them as good and as worthy, because Pentacles stands for worth, material worth and wealth. We once considered them as worthy, but we changed. And the second principle of life, one is letting go, and the other principle is everything changes all the time. So if we refuse to these principles of letting go and change, life will change anyways, with or without our permission and our acceptance. Everything changes all the time. And if we don't go with the flow of change and of transformation, maybe we will lose everything, because we don't want to let go, but we still put on all the time something more and more. And this can relate to behavior, this can relate to relationships, this can relate to everything that is I cannot say it that is in your life. And so that's what I wanted to say. It's like the water, the creating force in our life. One of the creating forces is water and sun, so light, obviously. And the creating force only can create when it flows, because imagine something like a sea where no water flow is happening, so it will soon be muddy water and it will stink, because there's no oxygen and no flow, no exchange. It will be muddy and it will not carry life force in it anymore. And so it is about changing and about letting go. And once you realized that letting go is one of the biggest forces in your life, not only in your life, is one of the biggest forces in life in general, you will have to submit to this force if you want or if you don't want to. Because life, when you don't let it happen, life will make it happen anyways, and it will happen. You can not control it then, and you cannot contribute with own decisions if you refuse to go with the flow. That's what I wanted to say. And with the material thing, I wanted to say that when you in our world, the trend is, or maybe always was, for the most people, that the material wealth is the main goal in life. Unfortunately, many people see it like this. And there is this saying, I know you know, all have read it maybe already. When the last tree is fallen and the last fish is eaten, you will realize that you can't eat money. So I only know it in German, but you know what I mean, from this Indian native, and he said it so long ago, and it remains to be true in a tremendous way. And it will always remain to be true, because they were so connected to nature. And we unfortunately lost our connection, because what gives us the right to torture animals and misfeed them, take their babies away so that we have milk. We could go on and on with this thing. I'm sorry, I don't want to open this I don't know how you call it, this theme. I just wanted to remind you that letting go is one of the main forces, and so crazy as it sounds, it's also a creating force. Because when you let go, when you imagine the river and you let go, something new is always coming around. So you let go and you let it flow, and something else is coming around, and it's always like it's like a flow. And that's what I wanted to say. And when I'm talking about the flow, I wanted to say something else. Water always flows to the lowest point. So when you are at your lowest point, you may be in a watery state. So there are maybe tears, and there's maybe a flood of emotions. But what I had as a download, when water is at your lowest state, so you feel rock bottom maybe, and when you are at your lowest state, water stands for feelings, for emotions, and for creative force, as I told you. When you are in your lowest point, all the emotions are flowing back to you, and you have the full force and the full opportunity to create new for yourself, for your life. Because you are maybe in the water or surrounded by water, and you have the full potential of emotions to create something new. That's what I wanted to say. And I will take one card for you, one oracle. And I will upload it again, stubborn as I am, from my iPhone, and try it again and see how. I made it no 4K today, so let's see how it goes. And all my 7.5ers, I love you. I appreciate you being here. And yes, I know I can feel your presence. I can feel it and I like it. I love you. I all love you. I love you all, I guess is the correct way to say. Ooh, it turned around and but it flipped back again. It was the child. It was like this 1 second and it flipped back, so it didn't want to come today. Funny. Ooh, that's too much. Das ist too much. I just want one, please. Thank you. Okay, the Queen of the Night. I will show you. Queen of the Night. And I will read for you. The Queen of the Night. There is magic here in the Queen of the Night, who blooms only for the moon, laid into the velvety darkness, whose sweet and delicate petals can be brewed and consumed, allowing you in a way to ingest the moon itself. It's very fitting to the full moon at the moment. The Queen of the Night is a sign to look for beauty in the darkness as well as in the light. Oh, okay, I like it. So there can be found beauty in the darkness as well as in the light, and maybe you can relate it, or we can relate it to what I said before. When you are at your lowest point, which we in general see as a dark phase in our life, but not maybe, it surely is also one of the most creative phases in our life, because we have the ability to create something totally new. We have the ability to create ourselves in a new way, never been there before. So we have to look at it also as a positive thing. And in the end, I wanted to say something like what I also realized, and I want to give it to you as a thought, because I know that many can relate to this. Don't mind people talking about you, because now I will tell you something. They will talk about you when you say nothing. They will talk about you when you say something, whatever. They will talk about you when you put socks on, and they will talk about you when you don't put socks on. They will talk about you when you make your hair crazy, and they will talk about you when you have your hair in a boring way. They will talk about you. Should I carry on? You know what I want to say. People love to talk about other people, and the most insecure people talk the most, because they want to push the attention away from themselves. They don't want to look in the mirror, and they don't want to look what they maybe have to change in their lives. And so they push the attention outside of them. And yes, the most interesting thing for people is when there are rumors And especially interesting it is when they know that they are not true. They are made up. This is the spicy thing. So it's a kind of they can abuse power. So they feel that they have power because they themselves feel powerless in themselves. They feel weak. They themselves are the most afraid of being talked about, and so they push. They hop on the riot and the rumor boat to not be the one that stands out and that maybe is looked at and talked about. So wear your socks. You can wear one sock yellow and one sock green, different, and you can do whatever you want when you love yourself and when you like it. People that make fun of this should not stay in your life anyways, because they don't like how you like yourself. Listen, I say it again. They don't like and they don't accept how you like yourself. They only like how they want you to be. But you don't need that. So I wish you a wonderful day. I love you, all my 7.5s and all the rest. Sending you love and a wonderful week. Until next time.